Hi, welcome to another episode of Hot Takes. And I really don't know where to go with this one. Keir Starmer, how can we describe him? The gimp that keeps on giving. He is truly a remarkable man when it comes to generating newsworthy content for YouTubers up and down the land, and indeed all around the world. They're talking about his sausages in Australia. It's not possible to go any further. You go any further, you're starting to come home. But he's got another one on the cards, and this one is, again, a typical Keir Starmer thing, but it's actually very insidious. It's very, very dangerous, and it's something we all should be wary of. It's like a creeping cancer, this man. He wants to bring in legislation. Now, this particular legislation is ostensibly going to be called as being necessary for one thing, but it will actually encompass so many more things. He's going to lie and gaslight people into thinking, oh, look, we're doing this because of this reason, but in actual fact, it isn't at all. He actually wants to do it for the other reason, but he needs the excuse of this little reason to do it. And what we're talking about here is he wants to monitor every single person's private bank account. See where your money goes in, see where you're spending it. Full compliance and monitoring of all your private finances. This is the sort of thing that if a police force wanted to do this for someone they were investigating, they would have to go and get a court order. They'd have to go before a judge and request a warrant and provide evidence that that warrant was justified. What Keir Starmer is proposing is an unwarranted intrusion into our privacy. Now, this is very, very sort of Stasi-esque, isn't it? So you wouldn't expect anything else. This is Marxism, communism, this is Stalinism at its absolute worst, where every single aspect of your life will be monitored because that man is so paranoid and scared. And why is he doing it? Well, the lies are starting to come out. He's saying it is to make sure that people who are on benefits aren't cheating the system. The people who are on benefits don't get handed £20,000 bribes so their sons can do GCSEs. If you want to have a look at where the real criminals fucking the system are, look no further than number 10. You know, Kim Starmer and Victoria Sponger are the worst of them all. Then move next door with Rachel Thieves, and then the Ginger Growler, and then everyone else who's a member of the Labour Party. They're the biggest spongers of them all. Get rid of them, the country would be much richer. But this sneaky, sleek-it, sinister plan to investigate without reason every single person and to ask them, what do you spend that money on? Where'd that £5.50 come from? How do you account for this? What will happen? Well, if you're not a complete retard, then, you know, or Keir Starmer, as we like to call you, then you will know that people will simply revert to cash. And it will be cash for everything, and they won't be putting the cash in the bank, will they? Cash will be big again. Cash will be massive. There will be no audit trail until you put it in the bank, and this simply won't put it in the bank, will you? Keep it stuffed in envelopes under your bed. It's a good way of doing things, I think. That way it can't be monitored, it can't be trawled, it can't be traced, it can't be used against you in a court of law. The Stasi can do nothing. Alternatively, and if you're capable of doing it and you have a foreign passport, you can go and open a bank account elsewhere in Europe. So, for example, I would be able to go to, say, Dublin and open a Bank of Ireland account. That then does not fall under the purview of the British government, and they cannot request that to be inspected and reported on. And it doesn't have to be Ireland, of course. As an EU citizen, you can go to any country. And indeed, as any citizen, you can open up an account in a foreign country. It's not illegal. Not yet, at least. Why is this man so desperate to inspect and have the power to look at everyone's deep, personal, private information? What is he so paranoid about? What is he so scared of? Why? What's going on in the Starmer droid's brain that he thinks the people of this country are going to want this, are going to allow this? This is a step too far, even for a control freak, even for someone as autistically bound as Comrade Starmer. The Politburo has no right to do this. If, like I say, the police need a warrant, surely they need warrants too. But they're going to take that away. Another right, another freedom, devoured by the big red machine. These are the sort of things that step by step, piecemeal, will lead to revolution in this country. I think already Labour backbenchers now can feel it. We need to pressure them. We need to, every time we see them, pressure them. Why are you doing this? Why are you doing this? What on earth does the Labour Party need to look at my bank account for? Why do you need to destroy my privacy? Remember, you have the right to privacy under European law. And so its chances are it may well be appealed on that. Now, whether the appeal goes through or not is another matter. He probably owns the court system. But it's fear. This man must live in a constant state of fear. Fear of rebellion. Fear of being overthrown. Fear of worse. Because I think if the rebellion in this country does come, his will be the first neck stretched on a lamppost in Westminster. And he knows it. And it wouldn't bother me. I don't want people to do it. Whatever you do, don't do it. I'm telling you, don't do it. But if it were to happen, I'd certainly grab my popcorn. I'd be at the front of the queue. I'd pay me shilling and sixpence to look. I wonder what's going to come next out of that fetid, evil mind. It is absolutely sinister. And it will absolutely destroy this country. The thing is, has he got nothing better to do? Is this the best policy he's got? Knife crime through the roof? Nah, don't worry about that. I want to look at your bank accounts. What a knob. Thanks very much. Bye.